Hey guys, Ox here. Welcome to this Hogwarts Legacy boss guide. This is the first Guardian boss that we fought here on the stream the other day. This is the PC version. We're playing on hard mode. It is an ultra wide aspect ratio. If you guys want to catch that out, check on the live tab to catch that stream what it looks like. But this boss fight was relatively simple, but I wanted to go over in this guide and let you know on his moveset. So as soon as he summons out or comes out, he did a stomp. Now, I don't know if that's always going to be like that with every single fight or encounter, but with me, it was a stomp, and you're going to go ahead and dodge with circle or B, depending on your controller that you're using, dodge left or right, and you can have these objects in the background where you can hit R1 to disrupt him. Rather than calling out the names of these spells, guys, I'm going to keep it simple and just call out the colors. So here we go. This first move that he pulls out is a yellow colored spell. You can do that with whatever you have mapped on your face buttons on the bottom right corner with the yellow there. You can do it like that, or you can simply dodge out of the way like I just did right there on stream, and then 3, you can hit R1 to cancel. You have 3 ways to cancel that. If you have your ancient magic, you can go ahead and use that in between. Just make sure that when you do that, it's not, when he's in the middle of something. And when you do your ancient magic, he actually staggers for quite a bit, and you can just knock out your basic attacks. My recommendation is I would avoid your purple and yellow spells, okay? I would just knock out your reds and your basic attacks and get the damage in while he's kneeled down in stun. The next thing that he does is this massive AoE that he's doing right now. You can see it. What you're gonna do is just stop attacking, run, dodge out, or even teleport out. I forget sometimes that I have the teleportation move where you press and hold circle or B to get out even faster than I did here in this example. So get out of the way, wait for him to do his cast like that. You can continue doing your basic attacks while you're outside the circle, which I didn't do right here, but you want to keep the damage up at all times. Now, what you're going to do here is basically just kind of wait to see what he does, because he does some things that are like kind of off camera. You'll see what I mean later in this guide. So here he goes again, another with a red circle, and you're going to dodge left or right, your choice. That way you can get out of the way. What I did here is I ran in and I started doing my basic attacks and knocked out the reds and get some damage in. What he does here is he brings out the yellow colored one. So go ahead and use either your yellow spell if it's up, if your cooldown is up, or you hit R1 to hopefully grab an item in the background to disrupt him. His next move is rinse repeat. He does another stomp. So I would always just, really have your circle and B button just ready to go at all times, because he'll do that stomp at random intervals. So here he goes again. It's another stomp. I don't really remember seeing him do back-to-back stomps like this, but like I said earlier, just be always ready for the stomp and dodging. What you want to do is kind of keep up your damage and get the blue ancient items that you can pick up, and watch out what mechanic comes next. Here is going to be your yellow, and I actually mistimed this really bad. I did not do this correctly, and I ended up taking damage because of it, but that's a big no-no. It was pretty easy. Just do the yellow or do an R1. So once you kind of get stood back up, go ahead and start doing your basic attacks. Just always keep the damage up. Like I mentioned earlier, when you have an ancient magic ready to go with your L1, R1, go ahead and knock that out. Doesn't matter which one happens or which one you get. Anytime you use ancient magic, it will stagger the boss for, like I said, a long time. So once he's staggered, get in there and start doing your massive damage. Whatever you have equipped at this point in the game, just get your damage out ASAP. Get in there and just get in while he's staggered. Here we go with the same mechanic we saw earlier. Once he's staggered here, you're going to see that blue massive AoE. Again, just roll out, run out, or even teleport out as quickly as possible. And a good rule of thumb, I don't remember, I did do it here. Once you're back this far, go ahead and start doing your basic attacks and anything that's at a long reach to keep that damage up while you're waiting for that mechanic to wrap up. You're going to start seeing the blue ancient magic globes come out, so go ahead and grab those, win it if you can. So here he goes again. He raises his hands up in the air and his right leg, and he does that stomp move with that conal or that line attack rather. Just go ahead and dodge left and right. Nothing new with that mechanic. Here he goes again with another stomp. And now you're going to see a yellow circle around me, because at this point, it seems like this happens when his health is less than 50%. You're going to see an additional attack to his left or right, and you're going to see the Protego indicator around your head. So just be cognizant and aware of that. Here we go again with your yellow magic. Go ahead and knock that out. For me, it was R2 circle, but whatever you have it mapped to, just go ahead and use that. You see what happens. A massive explosion happens. It does stagger him for about 2 seconds, and then he comes back back and starts doing his rinse repeat stomp. So just be ready for that. So here you go again. If you guys remember what I said earlier, when his health is below 50%, he brings in a new mechanic that's not a part of him. It's separate. So just be ready to dodge, because you'll see these, beams coming out from usually his left side, your right side. Here comes a new mechanic. This, instead of being yellow like before, now you have a purple spell that you want to knock out. In my case, it was R2X. And quickly do that real quick. You'll see a massive explosion, a little bit of damage, stuns him for a few seconds. Just so happens that I had an ancient magic meter ready to go, so I went ahead and hit L1, R1 to get the damage in, brings him to his knees, and again, he's stunned for a really long time, just like before. Get the damage in as quickly as possible. And again, anytime he's staggered, it seems like he always does that AoE right before he stands up. So just be ready to run out or, teleport out. And again, once you're in that distance waiting for that mechanic to wrap up, just go ahead and start doing your basic attacks and any long range spells. That way you can keep the damage up. So here he goes again, just like before. He raises his hands and his knee up. He does that line attack. Get out of the way and keep your damage up at all times with the basic while your cooldowns are coming up. And again, if you keep doing your combos and you're dodging everything perfectly, you can go ahead and get your ancient magic, your L1, R1, and then before you know it, he is dead. And that's going to do it for this boss fight. If you guys like this video, drop a like, subscribe to the channel, catch me live stream, and a lot more Hogwarts Legacy content. You guys take it easy. Bye-bye.